Hey guys, Danny here. I hope you're doing well. Today we are looking at some earbuds. These are MiFo's HifiPods. They were sent to me for review. As always, if you'd like to pick them up, you can find a link down below. As always, we're going to unbox these so you can see what the package experience is like and what's included in the box. Let's just run through some of the very basic specs. So they have 6 noise cancelling microphones. These support aptX. They're rated IP67 waterproof and dustproof, so very nice bonus. They do come in with a pretty high price tag of £220 at the time of recording. This of course could change when you're watching this review, but you'll see they're definitely aiming for a very high-end experience, and you have a full metal body on the case for the earbuds. The inside isn't metal, as you can see, and they have a little button that opens the latch lid with a spring. Let's also take a look of what else is included. You of course get your USB-C charging cable, which is one of those pretty nice anti-tangle ones, so keeps it pretty nice and neat. You of course get your user manual, and you also get 3 extra pairs of ear tips of varying sizes. I would have liked a few more here, especially when you consider the high price point of this product. Let's take a closer look at the design of this product, as I think it's quite an interesting one. So it has a metal finish on the earbuds charging case, and it has this kind of textured finish which the camera doesn't pick up very well. It kind of like blurs because of the really fine detail, and the earbuds also have an interesting finish on them as well, kind of a textured pictured finish. They don't actually have like a textured feel to them, but I don't mind the design of this product. I think I prefer the earbuds over the actual metal case itself. It's a little bit weighty in the hand, but it does look high quality, which you would expect a nicer finish on a higher end product, again when you consider its price. But looks wise, it's not something I think looks great, but I do think it looks good. It's not a bad design, so no real complaints there. When you press the latch button, the case lid will spring open, and it feels a pretty good sturdy system. There's a nice satisfying click when you close it. You have your USB-C port on the back and a little charging indicator light as well. Onto the design of the earbuds. When I initially saw these, I was worried they were going to feel a little bit too bulky when I was wearing them, but actually after my extensive testing, I actually found them pretty comfortable. They didn't move around too much during exercise, and yeah, I was pleasantly surprised for their size to kind of how they actually felt to wear. And the sound, which I'll talk about in just a minute, was it was an experience, let me put it that way. It had some ups and downs, but the sound that this device can put out is very impressive, and the touch controls have these kind of little dots on the side, which make it a little bit easier to find and touch. I really like that small little detail. I assume that's what they're for, I could be wrong, but yeah, I do quite like the finish on these better than the case. I think they look quite premium. Not a huge fan of the kind of gloss to then that kind of more matte finish, but I think overall they don't look too bad. As always, let me know down below what you think of these. As I said just a moment ago, even though the earbuds have quite a bulky size, I definitely wouldn't call them a compact pair of earbuds. They still felt perfectly fine to wear during exercise, and I didn't feel like they kind of stuck out of my ears too much. So they're not too over the top and too showy. I felt fine wearing these during exercise, and I never felt like they were going to fall out or sort of got in the way. The touch controls are also pretty responsive and easy to find and use. The active noise cancellation is up there with the best I've used, and that coupled with the very loud sound these earbuds are able to put out, they have a very high max volume. You can become very immersed in your music, and quite a lot of the sound is blocked out around you, besides anything that's really noisy. Most of the sounds are pretty well blocked out. You can only hear them if you really try and concentrate. But my main gripe would probably be these not having an app, and I just think this is kind of unacceptable, the price that you're being charged for this product. So many other earbuds now have apps you can use, even some budget ones. So MiFo, if you're going to charge £200 for earbuds, you need to have a supporting app with firmware upgrades, button customization, give us the ability to mess around with the EQ settings. So this is kind of a pretty big sore point for me when you consider their price. But let's move on to something a little bit more positive, and that's the sound that these earbuds are able to produce, which at times is very, very impressive. You're probably thinking, what do I mean by at times? So this product has a kind of very, very in-your-face audio design. It has a very high max volume, and everything just feels like it's kind of dialed up. Everything is very, very punchy. Everything is very loud. This works really, really well for some styles of music, at least for my taste, and not so much for others. So when I tested this with my usual sort of playlists, I have kind of a rap playlist, some more chilled dance music, stuff that kind of relies on vocals a little bit more. I found that the vocals were kind of a little bit drowned out by the punchiness of everything else that's dialed up in the sound settings and strong volume that these earbuds have. Where I really found their strong point was when I put on some drum and bass and some dubstep, which is not something I often listen to, but occasionally I do. So I figured I would try them there, and here they really, really shine and really impressed me. By no means am I saying if you listen to music with very strong vocals that these are bad. I'm not saying that at all. I just feel like it wasn't quite to my taste in terms of the balance to the vocals, to the instruments, to the other small finer details in the song. I just feel like the vocals were kind of lost a little bit in the kind of the madness of these earbuds. But if you listen to dubstep, drum and bass, more kind of very in-your-face punchy music, I thought they sounded really, really good, specifically in that department. The main plus points for the audio, I would say, is a very high max volume, a very good punchy bass. Does have a little bit of a tendency to drown out some finer details in the music at times, but depending on your taste, these are definitely a very good, high quality sounding pair of earbuds. As I say, I think it's going to depend on kind of what type of music you listen to and your individual taste. So as always, sound and audio is very subjective, so definitely get a second opinion, watch a couple of reviews, don't just take my word from it. Look around a little bit and see what the kind of consensus is. My main issue with this product, if I had to say some, would be its lack of application. As I mentioned earlier, I just think, for a product at this price, it just needs to have a standalone app to let you customize stuff. For this price, I mean, I don't think MiFo should be selling these without a standalone application. Some of you may disagree, but I've tested quite a few products now, and I just think it's a very important thing to have for many different reasons. And also the lack of wireless charging, which I know quite a lot of you use. I don't use wireless charging very often myself, but again, for the price point, I think this is something that they definitely should consider adding in future. As always, let me know what you guys think. Is wireless charging important to you, or is it just maybe one of those features that's just there for the extra specs, but it's not actually that useful? In this part of the video, I'm recording my voice from the HifiPods built-in microphone or microphones. Hopefully this should give you an idea of what sort of audio quality you can get if you're on a phone call or maybe an internet call, like a video call, WhatsApp and so on. So you'll have to bear that in mind. It's also going to depend on your signal strength. I'm recording straight to my PC using a Bluetooth connection, so there's no risk of interference or lag or dropping in and out or anything like that. So hopefully this should give you an idea of how they sound and what to expect. I think they sound above average and pretty good, but let me know down below what you think. I think I'm going to wrap up the review there, guys. So let me leave you with my final thoughts on this product. I'm a little bit unsure about this one. For their price point, I feel like they're just missing some essential features, the main one being that standalone application. And although they sound really, really good on some styles of music, I just feel on others, I'm not sure if I could deal with that high price point and them kind of not fitting my taste on music that I more generally listen to. But I think, again, this is a subjective thing, so if you think you would listen to more of that type of music, then I think it's easy for me to recommend, but it's going to depend on, I think, your individual taste. Definitely get some second opinions on these, and as always, if you like to pick them up, you can find a link down below. I really hope you enjoyed the video, guys. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. If you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing for more videos like this one, and of course I will see you in the next one.